Welcome back to Detroit Lions. Fonza going into Week 8. Had another tough loss against Atlanta. They pretty much handled us up at the line again. Got to do a better job protecting Stafford and our defensive line. They were able to get a couple good runs on us, but it was expected. We had Frank Gore, then we had Michael Turner coming in, so I wasn't too surprised at that, especially the type of defense we're playing, trying to get some pass rush. So it opens up the lane, so our linebackers have to do a better job closing in, and if our safeties need to come in too. But another close game, another loss. Pretty tough loss here, but we got to move on, got to keep pushing, and got Denver coming in. Before I get a little more into that, I want to congratulate the Jags. I mean, out of all the games that happened this weekend, that one surprised me the most. I did not know that Jacksonville. I knew they had a good defense, but I didn't know they were going to be able to hold Baltimore like they did. So props to them. They got, I believe it's Houston coming up. Not sure what to think in that game. It depends how their offense has to pick it up a little bit because they got Texans coming in. Should be a good game, and I'm looking forward to that one. So we'll get a little more into that, but let's get into these picks real quick. Okay, first you got the Saints and St. Louis. Got to go with New Orleans. While they laid a bomb on the Indianapolis Colts, they have a lot to work on as far as their defense. I mean, 62 points. And they took Drew Brees. I believe it was in the third quarter. They had to take him out. So it was good, but yeah, they have a lot to work on. The Colts have a lot to work on, and then you got the Rams coming in. I don't know what it's going to be like. I don't think it will be quite as bad. Their defense will have to do a little stellar. I'm not sure how it's going to go with the Rams offense. Bradford would be here for this, so we'll see what happens on this game. So I am picking New Orleans. Then you got Jacksonville, just the game we were talking about with Houston. In this game, the division game, as you say, I believe the division games are always tough, but I'm gonna go with Houston. But I think it will be a decent game. But I'm gonna have to go with Houston. They got a little more offense going for them right now, but Jacksonville pulls it out. They'll surprise me again, but I'm not gonna start picking them consistently just yet. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Houston here. And then you got Miami and the Giants. Got to go with the Giants. Miami coming off a tough loss to Denver. Not sure what's going on with them right now. The offense is a little inconsistent. I'm not saying, well, they do have Matt Moore. He's doing okay, better than I was expecting on the season, but they've just got a lot of problems right now in New York. I think they'll take this one right here. Then you got the Arizona Cardinals and the Baltimore Ravens. Cardinals will give them a fight, but I think the Baltimore Ravens will bounce back after that tough loss coming off of their bye. I think they'll bounce back here, but should be a decent game. And then you got Indianapolis and the Tennessee Titans, another division game. Should be decent. I'm going to pick Tennessee to win right now. I'm not sure what's going on with the Colts right now. I don't think it's as they say, it's not always bad or as good as it looks. So that 62 to 7 game, they're not quite that bad. It's just one of those games that, those turnovers early really got to them, and they weren't able to bounce back. So this should be a decent game, division game, but I am picking Tennessee to win. And then you got Minnesota and Carolina. Hey, Minnesota really surprised me how close they were. They almost beat the Packers. Christian Ponder's looking pretty nice, so I like what I saw out of him and Cam Newton. And tough game, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Carolina right now. They really got it going. This should be a good game to watch, and looking forward to this one. But I'm gonna go with Carolina. Then you got Washington and Buffalo. Washington coming off a tough loss in the division. Then you got Buffalo coming back. So this one, I believe John Beck will be starting again. So I think I'm gonna have to go with Buffalo right now. I like what they're doing with their secondary, and Fitzpatrick, a little here and there, a couple picks here and there, but for the most part he gets the job done. So I'm gonna go with Buffalo here. I like what I'm seeing out of that team. Then you got Cincinnati and the Seahawks. Bengals looking good, but they are going to Seattle, and we know how tough it can be to play in Seattle. I'm not sure if the Bengals are too good on the East Coast, so this is a tough one for me to pick, but I'm going to have to go with the Bengals right now. I like what I'm seeing out of them, but it's going to be a tough game for them. It's not going to be as easy as some people might think. I think it's going to be a good game going into the East Coast, so it's going to be tough, but I'm going to pick Cincinnati here. And then you got New England and Pittsburgh. I'm going to have to go with New England here because Brady just seems to have the Pittsburgh Steelers number. I could be proven wrong, but I'm going to go with Tom Brady right now. I got the hot hand. He's looking too good right now. Love what I'm seeing out of the dude. He's just like, he has not lost a step, so I'm going to have to go with New England there. Then you got Cleveland and the 49ers. 49ers coming off of their bye. Cleveland coming off a win against the Seahawks. I believe it was 6-3, yes. Pretty ugly game, but pretty defensive at that. But I'm going to have to go with the 49ers. They really got it going. They've got that truck per se going, so I like what I'm seeing out of the Niners. And Cleveland, their offense, they really got to pick it up. So I believe the 49ers are going to win basically because their offense is just a tad bit better. They both got some decent, they both got good defenses, but 49ers, I think, edge them out on offense, so I'm going to go with the Niners here. Then you got Dallas and Philadelphia. Shoot, I'm looking forward to this one. Division game. Dallas coming off a big one with Murray, that running back there, Murray there. Wow, broke the record for the Dallas Cowboys there. So, this is going to be a decent game. It really depends on what Eagles we're getting. If they can be consistent, I think they have a chance in this game. But it really comes down to who's going to play the hardest. This is a tough game to pick. But, I'm going to go with Philadelphia. I think these dudes will split this year, but I'm going to go with Philadelphia for this one. And then you got the Chargers and Chiefs. Chargers coming off a tough loss. I don't know what happened with them in the Jets, but Chiefs coming off another win, played the Raiders, having a little quarterback change there. Kyle Bowler was in for one half, then you've got Palmer in, so I'm not going to count the Raiders off right now. It's a good thing they got their bye right now, to get Carson Palmer some continuity. So in this game, I picked the Chargers to bounce back, but hey, the Chiefs, they're kind of on fire right now. We'll see. They didn't score any offensive touchdowns in that game. They had, I believe 2 pick sixes, and the rest of their points were special teams. So they've really got it going on pretty much every cylinder, except they need to work on their offense a little bit. But I am going to pick the Chargers to bounce back. Now, for this week, the Lions, we got the Denver Broncos. We're going into Mile High Stadium, and let me first start off by saying I think I think Denver does have a chance at this game. The Lions, we've been struggling on offense, and it's pretty much how we lost against the Niners. We played their game, the field goal game. You gotta be able to score right now, and right now it just seems like the continuity's not there. Either sometimes their passes are a little off. We're just struggling on offense right now. The defense, we give up plays here and there, but it isn't too bad on the defensive side of the ball as much as it is our offense. Denver coming off a big win against Miami. I love what I saw out of Tim Tebow. Looking forward to this game. Sorry about that. I know a lot of Denver fans. My dad's a diehard Denver fan for life, so I'm really looking forward to this game. I think it should be fun to watch and see how Tim Tebow plays. Got Sean Marino, Stafford, former teammates, so this should be a good game. And I think it really just depends on how the offense plays as the Lions, but I think this could be a really close game, and I'm giving Denver a chance in this game. But I do think Detroit will win, but I think it will be a good game and go right down to the wire, and really depends on how the defense plays against their offense as well. If we can get some pressure and hold Tim Tebow down, you got to be careful from this guy. He's a tough runner, and he might surprise you with a couple passes here and there, but then he also has the other passes where you drop balls or like what happened on that play. So, he's getting better from week to week, and Stafford had the ankle injury at the end of the game there. I don't think it's too serious. He went out on a boot, but I think he will play in this game. If not, next man up, which would probably be Sean Hill, but it doesn't sound too serious, so I do expect Stafford to play in this game. So we'll see how that goes. It's just going to be fun to see how things go. The Lions coming off of 2 hard losses. This could be their first road loss. I'm not picking it to be a loss. I was thinking our first road loss was going to come against Chicago after the bye, but we'll see how that goes because I'm not sure what they're going to do in the bye. But we have to answer a lot of questions here. We have problems at the running position. We got to be able to run, and we got to be able to stop the run. It's just making us way too one-dimensional and bringing the pressure up. Our offensive line hasn't been too good at times. We have some time, but Stafford's just got to calm down a little bit, and our offensive line has to play a little better. That includes opening up holes for the running backs. And I think we should try and stop running out of the shotgun as much, especially with Javit out. So, just bring it in a formation, run, maybe add in a fullback, just to help out the running game a little bit. So it should be one of those weekends to see what happens, see if the Lions can rebound. Then we got the bye, a much-needed bye, just from a personnel standpoint, and just figure out how you want to go about with these next games. But another game coming in, and we'll see what happens. And you guys leave me your comments and let me know what you think. And go Lions, and I'll see you guys next time on the Detroit Lions Fonza.